Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, flooding records along coast after powerful storm moves away. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Jennifer Crompton.
Glade Path. It's a street that runs from the backside of... We are on Glade Path. It's a street that runs from the backside of Hampton Beach into the marsh. And yesterday, picture this, this was like a giant lake. The only thing showing were the tops of the mailboxes. We actually have a picture that a viewer took of that scenario. Pretty incredible. It was one of many streets that were flooded. So many people here dealing with higher floodwaters than they've ever seen. Ashworth Ave, Winnicott Road, Ocean Boulevard, all had spots that were totally underwater. Some people, yes, needing to be rescued. Today, life on Glade Path and elsewhere here at the beach seems to be somewhat back to normal, though many, like those living here in the marsh, are happy that, at least for now, living here, they are no longer stranded.
We just hoping there was no emergencies to get out of the house.
So I don't know if the marsh met the ocean. I didn't go up front, but it was pretty bad.
Pretty incredible. There are some people that are thinking that there were points where this back marsh connected with water on the front side from the ocean. That would be a first. We're going to meet with emergency officials in a bit to see what we've learned from this storm and the flooding and what we can use from that information moving forward. For now, live at Hampton Beach, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Friday evening. And here's a look at those stock markets. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the green and went up. CNBC IQ 100 closed in the green and went up. Gold closed in the red and went down. Oil closed in the red and went down. U.S. 10-year closed in the green and went up. Euro/USD closed flat, and VIX closed flat. Dow surges more than 200 points, caps off best start to a year since 2006. Stocks rose on Friday, capping off a strong start to a new year as Wall Street shook off jobs data that missed expectations. Bitterly frigid blasts slices across East Coast, record low temperatures possible. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Kelly, we're out of body wash. What are you doing? I thought you had a cold.
I don't need all this.
Mucinex Fast Max is powerful enough to handle pretty much every symptom.
Name one.
How about 9? Sore throat, cough, even...
Yeah, I can read, you know.
We're done here.
Ah, boogers to Betsy!
Mucinex Fast Max. 9 symptoms, 1 dose, max strength. Start the relief, ditch the misery. Let's end this. And for kids' multi-symptom relief, try #1 recommended children's Mucinex.
Hope that you are safe and warm wherever you are, because millions are waking up to the dangerous cold this Friday morning. Temperatures in the east plummeting after that storm came through. Some could face wind chills of 50 degrees below zero.
And look at the impact right there. Firefighters near New Jersey battling a blaze overnight in this icy cold. There were 80 on the scene, and you just see them covered in ice working very hard this morning. Let's also look at Long Island here in New York this morning. There are the roads. At least they're clear. They're moving pretty well this morning, but a lot of snow has come down, and there's a lot of concern about black ice this morning.
Yeah, don't go out if you don't have to. But our team is out there. They're spreading out across the storm zone. Let's start with Ginger, who's outside our studio here in Times Square. And Ginger, we're just starting to see the worst of these frigid temps.
Yes, and this is the coldest air for a place like Pittsburgh or Cleveland that they've had since February 2015, so it's been a little while. It's 10, a balmy 10 out here in Times Square, the wind chill 4 below, and I know if you're in South Dakota or Minnesota, you're saying that's no big deal, but watch what happened in Boston yesterday. Frozen, socked in more than 13 inches of snow, and the ocean coming in from the harbor, that fire truck trying to get through. That coastal flooding, the wind was such a huge part of the storm, and now it's the cold. Those are actual air temperatures, 3 in Cincinnati, wind chill advisories all the way to the deep south, and right there in Boston this morning. Eva Pilgrim, it's 2 degrees for you, feels like. Eva, how you doing?
Oh, it is bitterly cold out here this morning. Ginger, this car right here, abandoned. It was caught in the flooding here at the Boston Harbor, and you can see it is encased in ice. It is not going anywhere anytime soon. The driver of this car, we actually saw this driver rescued by firefighters yesterday, one of many trapped in those icy flooding waters. Ferocious waves flooded cities and frozen streets, creating chaos in Boston.
Unquestionably the worst. I've seen it down here.
Oh my God, I kept seeing it come closer and closer. It's like, oh no.
It was pounding. It was hitting the seawall and going above the telephone poles.
Homes and businesses flooded by several feet of water, that water then freezing in place, trapping entire streets of cars.
This happened all in a matter of 45 minutes.
Lifeboats deployed in the roads, pulling loads of pedestrians to safety. And just south, a family trapped in their home was rescued by a tractor, climbing into the bucket so they could escape. Plus treacherous driving conditions, leaving many without a paddle. One person trying to brave the weather, steering straight into frigid floodwaters, only making a short way before the headlights flicker and the engine goes dead. The driver then forced to get out of the car and walk to dry land. Dozens taken to the hospital, and the bitter bomb's death toll keeps climbing.
We immediately knew it was some sort of toxin that was taking everyone over.
In New Jersey, a teenage girl killed and 36 others hospitalized after an entire building filled with carbon monoxide.
People were laying on the hallway floors. You have to get out now. You can't stay here another minute.
And here in Boston, just to show you how frigid these temperatures are and how encased this car is, you can see this ice going nowhere, the tire completely encased. The wind blowing so hard right now, I'm actually having to brace myself a little against the car to keep from getting knocked over. And that's the major concern here. These sub-zero temperatures, feels like temperatures that we will be experiencing here in the next few days, like making this road turn into ice.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with another newscast. Good night, everyone. Bye.